So now that we've installed the IDE, system drivers, and all other tool chains needed for development, let's go ahead and test our board with this test program called Blue Blinky. This program can be downloaded from the cortexm.com website, and it is provided in the additional files section for this particular chapter. So let's go ahead and test. Okay, after downloading our test program, we need to extract it. I'll just extract mine here. Okay, here we go. So I open the folder and double click the project file. The name of the project is Blinky. Yes. For those of you who are conversant with version 4, usually when you open an already created program, everything should be set up. But there are minor bugs in version 5. And sometimes when you open an already made program, you need to set up the board again. And because of that, we're missing some of the files here. So first of all, let's import our file. The files are in the same project folder, just that they did not get imported with a project. This is very easy. Let's double click here, and this file, this is the main file, this the program main. So let's double click, it's imported it, and then we click close. You can see it here, it's now here, main.c. And after that, let's add the system startup files and the CMSys files. Remember we added something to our package known as CMSys. Yes, most of the things here we've not spoken about, but we will talk about them very soon. The purpose of this section is just to test the board and make sure it's working. After this, there'll be a full on introduction of the board and we'll start writing programs. So that being said, let's click here to manage our runtime environment. Basically what we need is the device startup file, this is it, and the CMSys core, this is the CMSys core. We've ticked here, and then click OK. Don't mind this. Yes, so now let's set up other board parameters like the debugger interface we use and the frequency. We click here, the target options, and we change the frequency to 16 megahertz, and we come to the debug tab and we select our debugger. Remember when we said the ARM company does not produce microcontrollers, but it produces designs and it licenses out these designs to various companies. Because of that, tool chains like this can be used by microcontrollers from various companies like Texas Instrument, ST, Freescale, etc. So what we have to do here is to select what we are using, and what we are using is the Stellaris ICD over here made by Texas Instrument. We select this and we click OK. Now what we have to do is build our program and download it onto the board. But before we do that, let's just open the C file and see. It's a relatively short program. What this program does is it turns on the LED, the blue LED to be specific, on the board. It turns it on for some time and then turns it off and turns it back on. It's in this loop and then it goes on and off like that. The reason why we're using the blue LED, as you can guess, is that when you buy the board, it's already installed with a test program of the red LED. As soon as you connect it to your computer and you turn on the power, you see the red LED blink. So if we are to write a program using red LED, then we wouldn't really know whether our development environment is working properly. Therefore, we're testing with a blue LED. And don't worry, this is not complex at all. I promise you, by the end of this course, you'll be building robots and devices. You would know how to write assembly code, and this would be very easy for you. So let's translate our program. Translate here. Okay, we have one warning, last line of file ends without a new line. Okay, there's not a bothersome warning, so let's just leave it. Yeah, we don't have any errors. Yes, so let's build and let's rebuild. We still have no errors, so we click here load to download onto our board, and by this time our microcontroller should be connected to our computer and the power switch on the microcontroller should be turned on. After all this, we click load and verify. Okay, flash load finished. Yes, this is done. After this, all we need to do is press the reset button on the microcontroller and the blue LED is to start blinking. Let's do that. Congratulations, you should give yourself a pat on the back. You are on your way to becoming a professional embedded systems developer. I should tell you, not everyone has the patience to go through the entire installation process. I had students who got frustrated with the installation and even gave up. So indeed, give yourself a pat on the back, and I'll see you in the next chapter.